What is going on? It's the Fourth Reserve, back with another video. My name's Hammer. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. And today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be making a piano piece. Something funny about this piece is that I actually started making this for my music class in college, and I decided to make it into a video because I just really like how it sounds. In my music class lately, we've been studying the classical era, which is like Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn. They're all genius composers from Europe, so I just decided to make a piece that was inspired by them. I am by no means trained to play the piano, but it's really fun to just be able to open up FL Studio and make a piano piece just by hand and try to make it sound as real as possible. It really goes to show that back in the day, if these composers had technology, they would be able to do so much more, but they were still geniuses. If you guys have never listened to any classical music, I highly recommend you guys go check some out. It's great music for if you're studying or if you're reading. Now let's head into FL Studio and check this piece out. Alright, so first of all, you might be wondering, what is this monstrosity? This is only a minute and 30 seconds, but I tried to fit in as much movements as I could. I think there's, let's see, there's like 5 different movements in this that just switch up. Now we start with the intro portion right here. It's just some basic chords to start off, no deep notes, just because I want it to sound bright in the beginning. Added some melody over top of the chords just to give it some extra movement in the beginning. And this is in 102 beats per minute. Not super fast, but this is kind of around the BPM that you would see in the classical era. I added some strum to these keys. As you can see, they're not all played quantized at the same time. And I added the bass notes to this part. You can really hear the depth come into the chords. And I repeated the same melody. Added some higher octaves, and then this is like another movement where it's kind of leading up to another drop again. It's really interesting how, like, when you go from genre to genre, and I've not really noticed this until I did this piece, which I really actually enjoyed doing because it was kind of outside of my comfort zone. I usually make stuff that's only 8 bars, so it would have just been this long from there and back. And this one's obviously just a full melody, and it's not just repeating over and over. I have different movements, as you'll hear. This is really just a freestyle of me clicking in notes and trying to make all the movements blend together so that they sound good going back to back. This one's pretty dark because it kind of like walks up and then it goes bright back down. And then I love this part where it's like the arp of these notes. And then I would say the peak of the song is actually coming up around this part right here. And then I also, as you can see throughout the whole song, all these little like bars down here, they're all the velocity, so everything is not played at the same exact volume, just so that it gives it more dynamics throughout, and it's not just, you know, like stabbing one after one after one the same thing. So it makes it kind of, you can hear there's more like depth to it, just like how the bass notes add depth. It also adds depth within the notes so that not everything sticks out to you at the same volume. Everything is kind of like blended how I wanted it to be. And obviously high notes you don't want as loud as the bass notes, just because higher frequency notes are always going to stick out more than the lower notes. So we started to add the bass notes back in to the peak right here. This is my favorite part of the piece. And then I really strip it down for this part to embellish the melody. And then it leads back up, as you can hear, right, yeah, you can see it kind of like waves back up into the another peak again right before the end of the piece. And then it ends off on a long chord that holds out. And yeah, I mean, that is the piece. It really looks like a lot more than it actually is. It really just takes perfecting each portion of the track to make it really all sound good together. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on the post notifications if you want to be notified for the next video that we post. With that being said, it is 6 a.m. and I am going to sleep. It's been your boy Hammer. We out.